Alright, hello and welcome to another Why Would You Use? And today's Why Would You Use is a little bit different than the previous. I'm trying to choose different kind of archetypes of weapon to pick whenever I'm doing these first few ones. So, the first one that is for this type of weapon, which I'm just going to say is a weird weapon, is the Sonicor, which is this tiny little box on my leg. So let's take a look at it. It's actually it's like a Mega Man Buster type of weapon. It's wrist mounted. It shoots a beam that explodes. It's very weird. And the beam that explodes is also a knockdown with an explosion. It has an area of effect. It is really good at trashing low level mobs. I was using this just all by itself to level things on Kappa, because you can just shoot it at a corner. The projectiles bounce off walls, and they have a set terminating distance. So as long as you can keep yourself at an appropriate distance from your enemy, which isn't actually that hard because of the largeness of the explosive radius, this weapon actually does pretty good damage, and it has built-in crowd control, which is really nice. I will say, in the upgrade screen, one of the kind of downsides that I know a lot of people don't really but I think it ends up being fine, is this having a D polarity as the first polarity. I just end up using a lot of blast damage on it. It can fire pretty goddamn fast, and the crowd control from it is just super good. And you can just kill tons of groups with it. It melts the lower tier enemies. And I've used it a little bit in the Void. I haven't used it in Tier 4. I've used it in T3 though, for I think it was 30 minutes in a survival, and it was still pretty good, which is fine. But it's more of a gimmick weapon, and it's a really fun weapon to use. You shoot dudes and they go flying into walls and shit, and it's great. It's awesome. And it does significant damage. Trash mobs are still dying from this. You could probably wipe out a ton of infested with this weapon if you wanted to, and it just super murders things sometimes. Also, it having a knockdown effect is actually really good, because you can just let's say a bombard has scaled past where your gun is really actually even effective. This still knocks him down. It still does the thing, and it's nice to have it like that. It's a really weird weapon that I'm definitely could not possibly take myself to rate it incredibly highly if I was grading it, because it's not a super consistent weapon, and it's literally only effective at one range / zone. But it is a lot of fun to use. It's just super satisfying, the noise that it makes. The reload of this gun is so satisfying. It is one of the best in the game. And this is a newer weapon. It is completely worth building. It is, it's just a joy to use the gun. The sound it makes is really satisfying. The reload animation is good. The gun itself isn't total dog shit. Its gimmick is interesting and actually really fun, and it's kind of useful. If you're on a brand new frame that doesn't really have an offensive 1 or something, and you need to level, this can clear groups. So you can fight tons of enemies and kill a bunch of dudes at once, and get some experience really fast. That's what I was using this for. I actually had a use for this gun, because it can just clear groups, and it's great. But yeah, that's what the Sonicor does, and there's not really a better way to show off what it does and why it's fun than to just go show it off. So let's go. Alright, so it's time to try the Sonicor out. But before I do, I should mention that the Sonicor can do this, but damage isn't really the thing that does it. I did it once, and I was kind of blown away by what actually occurs when you do it in this room. And I'm not sure if it's intentional, and it has a lot to do with the environment, why it works. So let's get these enemies in here And I can show you some crazy shit. Let me tell you that real quick. Like, let me just say there's some real fucking weird shit going on in here. Let me just scan some like nullifiers. It'd be interesting to put in here. See how the gun does against nullifiers. Okay. So yeah, this is some weird, some crazy weird, funky, fresh shit right here. Gotta get rid of those ancients. Which ends up being pretty easy, actually. Enemy giving you a problem? New kitchen gun. Goodbye. Team Rocket's blasting off again. I get rid of that thing. Goodbye. Go home, be free. Tell your friends. Goodbye. Goodbye. That wizard came from the moon. So, bye. It does do good damage, but in this environment, there are some other factors at play. But yeah. I mean, I'm not exactly sure if that is like an okay thing to be like, yeah, it can do it, because I don't think the enemy level, like, particularly matters in this environment, because Team Rocket is blasting off again, and that seems to be the case pretty much for all enemies, unless they're being affected by an ancient healer. But yeah, this weapon's super fun. I didn't actually expect it to perform hilariously effectively here, but I guess sometimes you just don't know what to expect when you come to the simulacrum with a fucking weird weapon. So this is why would you use, and in the simulacrum you definitely use it no matter what, because it kills all the things. I'll see you next Wednesday.